Thank y'all for being patient. Thank you, Sarah Rose. I'm so grateful that I have my family here with me. UPC, Pittsburgh Poetry Collective. So we do City Slam monthly. Y'all can look us up at pghpoetry.org. And social media, there's Pittsburgh Poetry Collective, it's Little City Slam, and on Instagram it's PGH Poetry.
All that.
So for those who don't know, I like audience participation.
All right.
And y'all did such a good job last time with Soldier. Whoever wasn't here, y'all missed it. Y'all can go look it up on YouTube. That's INCO. The me is in the middle. Fleet One. That's my YouTube. There's some cards out if you want to scan my social media. But y'all know, well, in lieu of Valentine's Day coming up, I was like, I might as well do a piece. Y'all know Tink's song, Treat You Like Somebody?
Yeah.
So I want y'all to help me out with it a little bit in the beginning, and then I'm gonna go into my piece. Somebody real's hard to find. Somebody worth all your time. Somebody who can tell you the truth. Someone who loves you for you. Someone who knows all of your flaws and doesn't impose, try to control them. Let you be free, doesn't deceive. They give you a chance to believe in something. Is that too much? No, it is not. It is not too much. Hi. No, it is not. It is not too much. But before we get all lovey-dovey and googly-eyed, lose our minds and eventually our pride at times, let's make sure we are real with ourselves. Know the value of mental health. That way, no one unworthy can enter and break down the walls of our hearts. Make sure we have spent all the time we need and still making time for our needs indeed. Make sure we are living and speaking our truths, so that if someone comes along and does not accept you for you, you do. Do not be a house of pain. Treat it like a project. We are all fixer-uppers at some point in time. Renovation is needed. But know that all the work must be done in-house first before we seek a spouse or just a friend to play pretend, lay on the couch, and watch movies with. A chest to lay your head on, or a shoulder that doesn't turn colder when emotions are articulated, becoming bolder than the beauty once seen in one another. Now, the couch needs a blanket to match the core pillows, which are never safe enough for talks. Cut short just to cover up the lack of support and accountability within self. Make sure you have a foundation that will not buckle or bend due to precipitation. Make sure the bricks were laid with cement of concoctions that are waterproof. Truth is, I'd rather have quality than quantity. Oh, I just want someone to keep it real with me. And they will wipe their feet at the door, bring comfort to your heart of a home, show you more love inside than out. They will be a true reflection of all the work you put in. Cleaned up, straightened up, dusted, swept, and mopped. Adjusted frames to the photos developed in an overnight shop. But them other ones wasn't even there long enough to take off their shoes or socks, set their purse down. Crickets. I don't know what's worse. Accepting love when you're lonely, or being intimate with a homie that should have stayed a friend. That ain't for you, bro, sis. You don't have to keep searching, just keep working on you, and your love will find you through the things you do, the things you like. Try not to be easily enticed, but if you are taking a chance on love, let them tighten your strings to your heart a little. Fine-tuning chords to allow harmony. Perfect pitch is rare, but if they're listening to the melodies in your mind, the right notes will turn and twist out of your mouth. rolling off your tongue. They will know when to change keys, and they'll do it on time. They won't be tied up, going higher or lower, blending and mending your broken heart to the fullest extent. No matter where you start on the scale, just make sure your shit is in order. If there's a major issue with something they think is minor, you'll know what to do. Y'all ain't hearing me. A little tone deaf I see. In other words, know when you need to step away. Save yourself half the time so it's not a waste of time for real. Cut the cinematics. That shit will drive you crazy. We don't need to add drama or tragedy ending relationships unhappily because there's always a calm before the storm. Catastrophe arrives in love lives like a tsunami of emotions. Pain, lust, hate, love, regret. And hopefully you had safe sex so you're not sending or receiving the latex that I think I'm latex. Shout out to Weezy. That shit will have you wheezing and struggling to breathe. And now you gotta make decisions that is beyond my business. I just want y'all to have someone in your life who gives and shares real love without broken promises. Always apologizing for the things that could have been prevented due to lack of communication and comprehension. Honestly, have patience with yourself. Sit on a shelf for a while if you need to, but stay ready. With keys jingling at the door of an unlocked mind but a guarded core. Awaiting men or women who make conscious decisions with your thoughts and heart and mind. Consider it. Packed with loaded actions of love that will be a fraction of what you expected. Protected with love, you should feel it. They should show it. You should never doubt it, only know it. I'm looking at you, but I'm speaking to myself too. I've seen enough friends and family go through things they didn't have to. Be in situationships where they are treated like shit. Staring and roving on the salties of oceans, whether it was a past, and especially if it's the current. You ain't gotta ride that shit out. Put your life jacket on and float back to shore before you shrivel up. I'm sharing this with you as a reminder so it doesn't have to be your future too. Let's face it, we've all been there before. Don't be ashamed, embrace it. We gotta learn from our mistakes, start loving ourselves better, be able to look in the mirror, check what we accept and allow continuously. Change by choosing a path for us in the right direction and truly move on. Knowing and understanding our worth. So if and when we find ourselves falling in love this season, make sure it is for all the right reasons. But love yourself. Treat yourself like you are somebody. All you gotta do is love me for me, babe.
Okay.